Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatsApp, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, today we got a map which pops. I mean, it literally does pop. It's a cross between a realistic map and a fantasy map, and it has a really lovely feel to it. A creator we have done 3 times in the past, episodes 1103, 1132 and 1145, where they got 12, 9 and then 10 stars, including 1 seal of approval. Today's map is going to be a good one. Also going to be a good one today is BonBonBingo. I feel lucky. I feel so lucky. I'm waiting for those 2 fat ladies to pop up. Hang on, I've got the wrong bingo card out. My bad. Link, of course, is in the description. Right, before we get started, we have one little daily chore to do. You know what the daily reminder's about, don't you? Do you? That's right, hitting that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is Path of Utopia by Zown. Yes, Zown. Ah, Zown. Oh, Zown. What a great name, I've got to say. Great name. There's your start square. What a start square intersection. Oh, look at that. That is busy. That is very busy. Terrain heights, it's flat apart from the hilly bits, as is every map, but I think we can agree with that one. The resources are strong, yes, fertile where you'd expect to be fertile, ore where you'd hope there to be ore, and so forth. And if you have Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, your fishing map looks like this. It's anchovies and salmon, pretty much. Off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, it's a mass transit map. You will need mass transit for this one. Short description, not too long, not too busy, and a one-click collection. How about that? We'll be using Reaper's realistic, clear blue, I think it was. Was it something? It's part actually of, although it does say to use the Reaper's final. We are using a theme mix, a Path of Utopia theme mix today. And yes, that loads in Reaper's light blue. It's Reaper's blue LUT anyway. You saw it at the start of the show. Yeah, you did on that thing. Yeah. So anyway, yes. So we're not using the final. Anyway, by the by. What have we got today? It's pleasing. Some very nice standards. In fact, second half of the show, when I go over all the bits and bobs and we have a look at some places of interest and points of interest and stuff like that, it's going to make it seem that this is a really bad map. It's not. It's just one of those shows where it's really easy to be very picky. There are lots of little things where you can point and go, oh, look at this. Oh, look at that. And call them fails. And they don't actually add up to very much. It's one of those maps that actually, all of the fails put together is the equivalent of maybe 1 fail on somebody else's map. But they are all there, and and they're all very separate, so I kind of want to show them all. I'm not going to show every single thing with the map anyway. First intersection, we've got some very, very luxurious intersections going on today. Very nice work. Tiny little bit of a tree clipping through the underside of the highway there. Oh, and also intersection marking tool. Pretty good work here. That perfectly aligns with the highways there, although the one on the left is just slightly out of alignment. And here, these ones are a little bit out of alignment. So there's a little bit more work that could be done in terms of absolute precision with intersection marking tool. If you don't have intersection marking tool, then you won't have to worry about these things at all. So that's just something to remember. You don't have to have it, but if you've got it and the map does suggest it, then I feel that we should. Well, we're going to review that. It's part of what all the work is, isn't it? Yeah, if you're going to put all the work into it, we should do it. We're very stylized as well in terms of look, and the fields on today's map, well, it's kind of like the yellow brick road, only it's the green fielded path or something to Utopia, no less. There's that start square intersection. Look at that. That's unnecessary. Unnecessary. It's beautiful, and I am not complaining, but it is unnecessary. Yes, plenty of good work going on there, and of course more intersection marking tool work as well. It's strong. The path is strong on this map. Yes, so it's a map where there's a lot of good to say. I mean, look at the shapes of the mountains. Loving this. I mean, again, that didn't need to be that good. And again, we've got crosshatches as well. It's lovely. It's lovely. Yeah, little lakes for detailing. Excuse me, a little bit of an up and over on the rail bridge there, and that would be in terms of actual things to grumble about with this map. Yeah, there's going to be plenty of mini grumbles, as I've said earlier in the second half of the show. But in terms of actual proper solid grumbles, the rail could be a little bit more slick. Happy with the routes, but it's a map which is predominantly flat. You know, we've got a lot of flat space, and the rail just bumps around a little bit. I mean, it's not lumpy bumpy. Cross that off if you've got it on your bingo card, because I've said it. It's not a lumpy bumpy map. Nice bridge here, by the way. Very nice vanilla bridge there. But it is in need of, I don't know, sharpening it up. You'll see. You'll see. Like that one bridge there was a little bit uppy downy. Next intersection here, which we can take a left. Looks like we're about to hit the edge of the map, doesn't it? Well, actually, we don't. It goes on for a little bit further. The rail is going to do exactly the same. The rail is let's follow the rail. Let's follow the rail. The rail follows the highway at this point, and it looks like it's going to be good because it's flat. But there are going to be a few points where you go, hang on, why are we doing this? Also note, very important. Here we go, going up a hill a little bit here, which is fine. It's gradual. It is a fantasy map, so we can allow a little bit of disbelief going on. And it comes down gradually. I think it could be done a little bit more slickly, though. Just a little bit. And here we're just slightly up and down on the edge of the hill there as well, where we could go along the flatter land. Just edge around the outside. And then we go through the valley. This is a neat route. I like the route. It's just a little bit climby here and there. And like, to get to the height of that bridge, could have been working our way up from a little bit further out. So yeah, the rail is fine, but it could be outstanding. Here, go again, up and over on the bridge there, where flat would be better, or the road going over it would be better, of course. So yes, lots of little things for those of you that like nitpicking. I've got to be nitpicking for England. Oh, England, I've just watched the European Nations final. Bottling it on penalties yet again. Spoiler alert if you're a few days behind and you haven't seen the European Nation final result yet. Yeah, Italy, congratulations Italy. Actually, they were the better team overall in the final, so all credit to that. And, of course, no catenary chaos, cool. Yeah, and of course, some of the scenes with the away from the field, not good. Oh, there was a tree there. There was a tree on the rail line. Did you see it? Me too. Right at the very last second.
Are you bored with the standard vanilla bridges? Have you seen those lovely custom bridges but don't know how to use them? Ooh, very nice. Then you need the Beginner's Guide to Custom Bridges by BonBonB. Click the information button below.
And so back to the shipping routes on Path of Utopia by Zown. And it's fine. There is a little bit of a right angle turn off up here. There you go, right angle turn. I don't think it's really going to be an issue, and ships would be slowing down. Probably would need tugs to get in there anyway, so I could probably be okay with that if I was playing on this map. But other than that, yeah, shipping route is fine. It's long and it's windy and it's fun. And fun, that's what we're here for. That's what I'm here for anyway. I don't come here to be miserable. I watch England to be miserable. Football. Okay, right, so shipping route there. Water flow. This is the river that goes through the start square. It's a little bit light and a little bit slow flowing for base game. It might work for base game. I've not tried it, but it doesn't look like it'll be too successful. So, yes, that's something to consider if you're playing this as a base game player. You might just be struggling for water a little bit. Looks nice though. It does. And then overall, what a map overall. Wowzers. I mean, just look at this. Just look at this. That's a beauty. Right, let's start having a look. Oh, like we have the green path of Utopia. Yes, follow the green path to Utopia. Doesn't work, does it? I'm not going to try singing again. Not unless we see a factory. Yeah, this is a really interesting design, and I approve. I think this really works very nicely on this map with the fields. With the mountains as well. We've just got a little bit of a grassy edging to some of these rivers, just to add a little bit of definition to them. Speaking of definition, the tree painting on the mountains is genuinely pretty good. Look, we've got no trees on the cliff edges, which makes the cliff edges, there's a great theme mix as well for cliff edges, makes the cliff edges really pop. And then we've got some sort of like beachy type areas. I know this is like a river, but this is believably beachy, I feel. I like it. Again, more credit. It certainly works within the design of the map. All for that. Now we've got a little bit of glitching along the outside of the roads here and there. Just like little twitching of the roads. And yeah, we've already spoken about the intersection marking tool. In places, it could be just tuned up a little bit more. It's still pretty good. Here's the one example of trees on the cliff face that I could find. So that stands out by nature of being the one odd one out. And because we're using the Park Life rocks, we've got a few drowned trees because they are attached to those rocks. This river looks like it's been knitted. It's a weird effect coming on with that river. Some of these are quite nice, these little feeder rivers. And in fact, most of them are quite nice. But yeah, that one stands out for looking a little bit knitted. A little bit of shallow water under here as well, which looks a bit green. I can't quite get underneath, even going into walking mode there. But yes, it just looks, I think it needs to be deepened a little bit. And just up the way from it, got a little bit of glitchy water because, again, vanilla rocks. And it doesn't play well with water. And then we got this little thing, which is trying to give me an epileptic fit. And then we have a tree underneath here. Like I told you, there's lots of little things. And the whole of these little things don't really add up to very much, do they? Which is why I've skipped from one to the other really very quickly indeed. And into the start square, where we've got 2 lions on the shirt. Well, 2 lions in the start square. This is Marble Lions by Spal. And they've got their football. Their paws on. There's 2 assets. You have to subscribe to them separately. One is called Marble Lion Right. One is called Marble Lion Left. I wonder if you can work out which one is which. I don't know, actually. Factoids. I guess it's which way you're looking at them, from behind or from above. Because factoids. In the middle of the 19th century, the circus impresario P.T. Barnum tried to buy the house where Shakespeare was born. He failed, and it is now a national monument. And I've been there. Well, I don't know if it's a national monument. It's sort of like a museum sort of thing. But yes, I go with monument, sort of. Anyway, yeah, sorry, Marble Lions by Spal. Really good work from Spal. Really glad to see it. Hoping for more from them. Thanks for that. Yes, Stratford-upon-Avon. If you come to the UK, head on over to Stratford and just have a little look. Make sure you get to the right Stratford. There's more than one Stratford. Get to the wrong Stratford, you're not going to like it much. It's a lovely town, city. But yes, the one on Avon's where you want to go. Oh, have you voted on this map yet? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Link is in the description and in the top right-hand corner of your screen. And I'm going to let you know what I think of it. Aesthetically, I really like this. I think it's a really strong design going on. There's a little bit of polishing here and there that can be done to bring it to the next level, but I think a really good job has been done, and I would be very happy to play with this one. So I'm going to go for a medium high 4. Very nice. Detailing. Standards are pretty strong, actually. Despite all my little grumbles, standards are pretty strong. I kind of can't go to a middle 4 because there are lots of niggly things, but they are just niggly. Low 4. Gameplay. I'd like to see a little bit of stronger water flow through the start square for those base game players, but even so, I still think it's very playable. I'm going to go for 4 stars. I'm going to go middle 4. I'm just going to drop it a fraction below because of the water flow. Path of Utopia by Zown. Does it get the seal of approval? Do you know what? I would play this very happily. So yes, it gets my seal of approval. Thanks for that, Zown. That's what I call a map. That is what I call a map. I want more like that. That's a good one. That is a very good one. And say, don't worry, Zown. If you watch this, don't worry about my grumbles. They are just niggles. They're talking points. You should be proud of yourself. Right, if you're still here, you are part of the 20 and our elite. Use the words of the day into the comments as part of a sentence like I just did. Score yourself some population points just for fun. And I'll be back tomorrow with another map in the What's Map series. I don't know if it's going to be as good as this one. I do hope so.